I'm David Weed, and I'm here to welcome you to a presentation on how early Providence was Usamequin's land. When anyone learns about the history of Providence, they hear that Narragansett chief Canonicus owned the land. Roger Williams purchased the land from Canonicus after he was expelled from Pokanoket chief Usamequin's land across the Sequoia River in 1636. The evidence for that can be seen in the deed to Providence signed by Canonicus and Miantinomi that's on display in the museum in the Rhode Island State House. Roger Williams had befriended the Pokanoket Massasoit Usamequin in 1631 to 1633 when he first came to Plymouth. When he was expelled from Salem in January of 1636, he headed to Usamequin's home in Solmes, or present-day Warren, Rhode Island, where he spent 14 weeks recovering from illness. Usamequin offered him land at Omega Pond in today's East Providence, where he began to farm and then sent for his family and followers. Today you can see a marker at that spring. In the spring of 1636, Edward Winslow told Williams his family was on Plymouth Colony's land and he would have to move across the Sequoia River. According to tradition, Narragansett chief Canonicus greeted Williams and offered him land on the east shore of the Moshassuck River. There, Williams established the town of Providence. Chief Canonicus granted Williams permission to reside on a large tract of land that became the beginnings of Providence Plantation. Today, the agreement is referred to as a deed. However, opinions vary as to its validity. Williams laid out house lots extending from the east side of the Moshassuck River, the Cove, and the Great Salt River in what was called the Moshassuck or Providence Plantation. Today it is known as the east side of the city of Providence. Usamequin was in control of all lands east of Narragansett Bay all the way to the Atlantic. According to John Earhart, this ownership appears to be verified by deeds obtained by Roger Williams and the Providence planters from Usamequin, his eldest son, Chief Wamsutta, and Tom of Wachomoket, a sachem and counselor under Usamequin. In 1638, Usamequin complained to his beloved friend Roger Williams that the Moshassuck area, where his town was located, was within his domain and under his jurisdiction. Canonicus and Miantinomi signed a deed in 1638 confirming Usamequin's claim to the land. The Moshassuck area that Usamequin refers to appears to extend from Nutaconaget Hill west to Moshpog, an Indian village now Auburn in Cranston, and then goes north to include present-day Central Falls and Cumberland and the fields on both sides of the Moshassuck and Woonasquatucket rivers. Usamequin stated that he had never been defeated by the Narragansetts to cause him to lose control of this area. The Narragansetts recalled that when Usamequin lost many of his tribes to smallpox about 1619, he had subjugated himself to the Narragansetts. But Usamequin struck an agreement with the separatists in Plymouth, the Pilgrims, in 1621 that created an alliance that kept Canonicus from moving into Pokanoket land. When the agreement was in effect, Usamequin stopped paying tribute to Canonicus. The control of the Moshassuck land, which became Providence, then reverted to the Pokanokets. It thus appears that the Pokanokets under Usamequin controlled Moshassuck or Providence and the land westward and northward from Providence, as shown by the deeds. Roger Williams explained this in his letter of 1637-38, shown at the right, where he says Usamequin, the sachem aforementioned deceased, laid his claim to this place also. In 1661, upon the death of Usamequin, his son Alexander recorded a deed to the proprietors of Providence stating that the Moshassuck plantations, that is Providence, were always under Usamequin's control. While the Narragansetts will always claim that the land was theirs under Canonicus, it's clear that Usamequin never gave up his rights to the lands of Moshassuck. Thus, the Pokanokets today claim that the land that was given to Roger Williams was always theirs. To learn more about the Pokanokets, the historic tribe of the Massasoit Usamequin, you can visit any of these websites: PokanoketTribe.com, the Facebook page Pokanoket Tribe, and the SomesHeritageArea.org page on Pokanoket-Tribe.